Good day everyone, especially to you ma'am. Sa report na ito malalaman natin kung ano ang doing local at saka local history. By the way, this report is from chapter 5. So alam naman siguro natin kung ano ang history. But the real definition of history is an umbrella term comprising past events as well as memory, discovery, collection, organization, presentation, and interpretation of these events. So, we all know naman na ang history is study siya ng past events, particularly in human affairs. So, the history subject and courses is usually taught to students yung mga Philippine history, world history, at saka history of Asia. So, ang coverage nito ay always expensive and taught in a broad stroke of a historical period of large spacement and a prominent personality. So little known is about subdiscipline or local history. Let's first define kung ano ang local history. So what is local history? Local history is the study of the history of a particular community or a smaller unit of geography. So, dito sa local history is study siya daw ng struggle ng mga ordinary people from the word local. Nakapokus lang siya sa particular community, particular places, and particular country. Like from instant dito sa Pilipinas. So, dito lang sa Pilipinas umiikot yung pinag-aaralan ng mga local historian. So, local history din is reflection ng reality that our lives are shaped by a particular places and that our physical place in this world in a major determinant kung paano tayo nabubuhay at kung paano tayo namumuhay. So, kung ang local history daw ba ay pinag-aaralan ang local community, ang local institution, at ang local groups, at ang local heroes. So, ang mga local historians ay study siya ng history of a local institution like churches. They also study the local economies, local heroes, at ang mga local events. So guys, take note that hindi ang local history ang nag-aaral sa local community, local institution, local groups, at ang local heroes. Dahil ang nag-aaral dito is ang mga writer or ang mga historians or ang mga local historians. So, ang local historians guys is they are the writer or of local historians, an expert or student of a local history. Why study and do local history? So, in the first chapter, we discuss how history could serve as a respiratory collecting memory. So, sub-memory is important in foreign of national unity through identification with a common collective past. Nevertheless, nationalism, like other ideologies, when taken into extreme, can produce the most horrendous of human tragedies. So, the atrocities of the Second World War that killed 6 million Jewish people in Europe were perpetrated by an extreme nationalist rhetoric propagated by Nazi Germany. Totalitarianism state of presentation like the North Korea shows nationalism in justifying the dictatorial and anti-democratic character of the country. In these cases of extreme nationalism, history is being used by states in form of official national history to rally the people behind them. Also, local history can serve as a balancer of those tendencies na nabanggit ko a while ago by showing kung ano yung pagkakaiba or iba't ibang katangian ng certain local in a particular location, nation, or continent. Studying local history can provide new alternative interpretation on the different aspect of a nation history. Local history also facilitates a historical narrative emanating from the people. Historians call this the history from below. Ultimately, studying local history shall provide new provisions and perspective on the already established national history. Local history is not just aimed at opposing the discouraged in the national history, but is also a tool of enriching these national narratives. More important methodology to local history is the oral history. So let's first define kung ano ang oral history. Oral history is able to share their own and their own words with their own voice through their own understanding of what happened and why. Oral history is also a spoken history. It is the record of people with unique memories and life stories. It uses personal reminiscences and alternative and complementary source to the document on which stories is normally relate. So, para mas maintindihan niyo ang oral history is ito yung collection and study of historical information about individuals, family, important event, or everyday using audio tapes, video tapes, and transcription tape or plan interviews. So before I will end this discussion, please take note that local and oral history are important endeavors and the development and enrichment in the discipline of a history. So this effort will fill the gaps in the discipline by highlighting alternatives areas of studying methodology in more holistic, inclusive, and progressive study of our past.